Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Gods of Rome video. In this video, we're going to be doing the Egypt Rising Chapter 1-2, which is Reunited on hard difficulty. As you can see, I've already completed Reunited and Revelations on easy difficulty, so we have a little idea of what to expect on this. So we're going to the Reunited map, and as you can see, recommended power 5070, not a huge deal, because you're dealing with low 3-star fighters for the first chapter. Careful, Ascender. This is still unknown territory. The enemy could be hiding anywhere. So as you can see by the map, it's a pretty simple layout. There is a little bit of a twist right here, as you're going to be dealing with a couple hidden opponents, as you have seen here. And at the end of it, you have a 4-star Poseidon with 1306, but Massinissa should not have a problem with that. So we're going to start off against Kronos, one of the few cards I actually do not have. We're just going to pound away on Kronos with medium attacks. That way he does not get his bar up as quickly. So Prometheus is at a bar. We take a confusion there. Not a huge deal early on. So we're probably going to take another one. We're going to try YOLO a special one. And that is enough to get rid of Kronos for the victory in the first fight. Alright, so in the second battle of this matchup, we have a Minotaur. We can use Boob Sweat Hippolyta for this fight. And the nickname for Boob Sweat is because you can see the bottom of her boob. And usually that's Boob Sweat. Hippolyta doing extremely well against Minotaur. Now keep in mind, Minotaur specials can actually not hit from full range of the screen. So if you get a move like that, you can actually avoid it completely and take no damage. We're going to go off our Ultra 2 against Minotaur, and we take some damage there. But Minotaur goes down fairly easily for the victory in the second fight. Get a decent amount of XP, so it's just like Chapter 3. Now we're going to against an Achilles, and that is a strong point for Prometheus, as is Darius in the fourth battle. I've only taken about 600 damage, not a huge deal so far. As you can see, the earlier maps are fairly linear. I'm sure it'll get a lot more complicated in the last week of events. So we're going to try YOLO special one. Achilles is going to use his Ultra too, so we're just going to back out of the way. It's not possible to really take any damage from that if you get out of the way, so Achilles goes down easily for the victory in the third fight. Alright, so now we have Darius. And class bonus again. We're only down about 800 health, and if we get a bloodsucker, we can get a lot of that health missing back. Which is like a 3.8% chance or something like that. There's a bloodsucker proc, so Darius is going to get off his Ultra 2. You can't really block that, so you have to take some damage from it. But we still wipe him out easily for the victory in the fourth fight. Decent amount of gold, not really that many crafting materials. The chapters are actually really good to do if you're hurting on actually being able to upgrade your Ichor, because you're not going to get as much by doing the story mode. So here we're going to go outside, or inside, and avoid Hades. So right there is an ambush from a green mummy. And we're going to use Boob Sweat for that, just to preserve our Prometheus. We have not used Massinissa yet, so we'll be good for the final fight. We're going to see if we can try to sneak another win with Hippolyta. This is an Atlas, as you see the big mace, and of the monster class. So he is at 2 bars. So keep in mind, his Ultras, just like Minotaur, can be avoided unless you charge into it like so, but it's kind of hard to predict when they're going to do it. You kind of just have to prepare and kind of play defensively, but we're not in any bad shape. As long as we don't get stunned by an Ultra, we should be in really good shape. So we're going to go with Hippolyta's level 3 Ultra and see if that's enough to get rid of him. And it's not enough, barely survives that. We do block the charge, does not stun, so the mummy goes down for the victory in the fifth fight. there we get a 525. Now we're going to go fight Hades. We're actually going to use somebody else this time. I think we're going to try to use... We're going to use Prometheus just to save Massinissa for the final fight. Having a disadvantage against Hades is not a big deal because he does like to medium swing from afar. So as long as you can keep your distance, Hades is not very difficult to deal with. Even though he is one of my favorite 2-star fighters. Mostly because of the regeneration. When it does go off, it's really powerful. Take a couple hits there, but we're not in any bad shape. And he does not have his secret ability, so he cannot life after death for 10% or more of his health. So Prometheus is getting pretty banged up, but we're not going to be using him in the final fight, so it's not a big deal. And now we're going to go fight the Poseidon with a fresh Massinissa. So you see the stats are pretty close, only one off. And Massinissa is going to do more damage than Poseidon because of the class bonus, so that's a big help. So even though Poseidon does have slightly more health, he's going to do far less damage. And the ability is a really good stat. However, Poseidon with the rage reduction hits with that wave. So Pacify doing work, but rage reduction proven to be more valuable in this fight. So Poseidon takes a hard shot. Even if he connects, that's not going to do much. That Sea Heal is going to save him momentarily. But we're still going to wipe him out for the victory in the first part of this act. So for completing part of the fight, there you are. I thought damnable necromancer might have killed you off by now. Hades, what are you doing here? I followed that mongrel through the underworld. He's using my own portals to summon heroes of this infernal land. By the time they get here, most have gone mad from the journey. Someone snooping in your portals? I guess we're on the same side for now. Let us track this necromancer down. So if we're completing part of the act, you will receive 5 gems, 345 gold, and of course the crafting materials from the spears that you land. And there's a 3-star chest of plenty, good for a 125 probably. Yes, it is. Alright, so 83% done. There's only that one little wing that we actually haven't done. So it's pretty straightforward from this part. You only spend about 18 energy doing one half of the wing, so it's not going to be that much. And again, if you can keep a fresh orange fighter till the very end, you shouldn't have a problem. And the Massinissa is only rank 1 of 5, but he is level 10. So that gives you an idea of how strong of a fighter you need. A 3-star fighter that is ranked 3 of 4 can probably do just as much work as Massinissa, as long as he's decently maxed out. Here we're going to take a little damage. Luckily we blocked. We're going to try to get off. There's the recovery as Prometheus heals up to full. And that's why I think he's one of the most ridiculous fighters in the game, just because of all the ways he can heal up. So now we're fighting Minotaur again, and we're going to use Hippolyta for the second time to deal with Minotaur. Now we saw that Hippolyta did do double duty and actually did win against the Green Mummy. We'll see how well she does this time around. We have to watch out for that 2-bar Ultra Charge. We don't have much room, but we do avoid most of it, although the stun is really bad. But it's pushing Hippolyta close to 3 bars, so we just have to watch out. There's the level 1 Ultra, which we were waiting for. So we're going to go off our level 3 and see how much damage this does to Minotaur. It should not knock him out, but it will put him pretty close. That poison pretty valuable. And we get rid of Minotaur for the victory in the second fight. Alright, so now we're going up against 2 easy demigods, Achilles and Darius, coming up. So we have our full health Prometheus, who did take a little damage, but did heal it up. Achilles is another one that is not that hard to deal with. We're going to try YOLO level 1, and down goes Achilles. And this is a max 3-star fighter. If you have a 4-star fighter at rank 2, pretty much ranked up, you're going to get about the same results. Double Prometheus with both hidden abilities available is pretty strong. So again, we have the bonus against Darius, 1,672 attacks for a maxed out Prometheus. And you can see the Bloodsucker doing a lot of work. Just healed him up to full. Now he's going to try to use his level 2 Ultra. He probably shouldn't have even gave him that chance. But we easily wipe Darius out for the victory in the 4th fight. Alright, so now we have a red mummy. So we're going to use Prometheus again to preserve Massinissa for the final encounter. So there's Bloodsucker doing some work. And it is a mirror match. That mummy does have Prometheus' skill set, even though he does not have the hidden ability, which is really strong. So the level 2 Ultra is not avoidable. You kind of just have to play defensively on it. The level 1 is if you have enough range, but you pretty much have to be across the map not to get hit by it, as you saw right there. But you can avoid the level 1 Ultra. The level 2 is not avoidable. So now we're going up against Hades. There is no ambush from this side, only from going inside. So we're going to use Prometheus again. This time we did not use Daji. Of course, there were no oranges to deal with either. Hades trying to line up a heavy attack, no good. We're going to try to save up for a 2-bar Ultra. That should do the trick. There it is. And Hades barely survives. You can get out of range of that if you're far enough away. Unfortunately, I was not. But we still took less damage than the first time we did this. So Prometheus still in pretty good shape. And he could probably actually beat Poseidon. So we're going to use Massinissa again. Oh, Massinissa, I actually like his level 2 Ultra, but as you saw, that range drain can be annoying as hell. And even more annoying than Pacify, because with Pacify, you can still generate rage. As Poseidon hits a heavy attack there. So Massinissa at 2 bars, we're just going to use our level 2. That didn't do as much, even though it looked like he did not block it. I've seen Massinissa hit for over 1,200 with that move. Thank you, Blitzy99, for the like on Instagram. Appreciate you, bro. Now, with Poseidon's level 1 Ultra, if you're super quick, you can actually get out of the way of that, but you have to move right when he's attacking. And for completing Egypt Rising Chapter 1-2 Reunited on hard difficulty, you will receive 10 gems and 690 gold. So as you can see, no trouble really doing these fights. Hippolyta and Daji are not even upgraded. Massinissa is max rank 1. And Prometheus is just maxed altogether. So if you like this video on Egypt Rising Chapter 1-2 Reunited on hard difficulty, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, add as a favorite, check out my other Gods of Rome videos playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono. And we have just over 5 days to finish off the first chapter before the second one unlocks. Have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!